Have you ever noticed how a single small moment can quietly change your entire day? One comment, one look, one careless word, and suddenly, something inside you feels heavy. Your thoughts grow louder, your chest tightens, and your emotions begin to take control. It happens to all of us, and often, we don't lose peace because of what happened, but because of how we reacted. There is a truth many people spend years without discovering. The one who controls their reaction controls the moment. The one who remains calm inside moves through the world with quiet strength. Today's story is about that strength. The strength of choosing what to carry and what to release. Once, in a peaceful village, there lived a young man named Thomas. He was strong in body, hardworking, capable, but inside he was restless, not lacking courage, but lacking peace. Thomas reacted to everything. Someone spoke sharply, he answered sharply. Someone offended him, he replayed it for days. Every unpleasant word stayed with him like a wound that refused to close. Over time, Thomas began to imagine each hurtful moment as a stone. Every insult, every disappointment became another stone. He silently picked up these stones and placed them into an invisible bag he carried on his back. Weeks passed, then months, then years. With every argument, every grudge, every memory he refused to release, the bag grew heavier. His steps slowed. His shoulders bent. His face lost its light. The beauty of the village faded behind the weight he carried. One cold morning, exhausted by a heaviness he could no longer explain, Thomas decided to walk into the mountains. "I need air," he whispered. "I need space to breathe." The path was quiet, the sky pale and open, but the bag on his back made every step painful. After some time, he noticed an old merchant walking toward him. The man was thin, carrying only a small bundle tied with rope. His steps were light, his face calm. He hummed softly as he walked. When they met, the merchant smiled kindly. "My young friend," he said, "you look weary. Your burden seems heavier than your strength." Thomas sighed deeply. "Carry many stones." The merchant's eyes softened. "What kind of stones?" Thomas opened his bag. Inside were stones of all shapes and sizes. "These," he said quietly, "are the words and actions that hurt me, the insults, the rejections, the unfairness. I keep them because I feel them so deeply." The merchant bent down, picked up 2 small stones from the ground, and placed one back onto the path. The other he handed to Thomas. "Look carefully," the merchant said. "The stone on the ground represents what happened. The words someone spoke, the actions they chose. Lies there, forgotten. The one who threw it walks away freely." He gently lifted Thomas's hand, holding the other stone. "But this stone," he continued, "this is your reaction. This is the one you chose to carry. This is where the true weight begins." Thomas stood silent. For years, the merchant said softly, "You have been carrying stones that were never yours." The truth landed in Thomas's heart like a quiet echo. Slowly, He let the stone fall from his hand. "How do I stop?" he whispered. The merchant smiled. "Leave each stone where it falls." With trembling hands, Thomas opened his bag. One by one, he removed the stones. Some he placed gently beside the path. Others he let roll down the hillside. With each stone released, his breath deepened, his shoulders lifted. The tightness in his chest began to loosen, and for the first time in a long while, Thomas looked up and truly saw the sky. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Thomas practiced this new way of living. When someone spoke harshly, he paused. When irritation rose, he breathed. When hurt appeared, he asked himself, "Do I really want to carry this?" Most of the time, he chose not to. His steps grew lighter, his mind clearer, his heart calmer, and life, which had once seemed dull and heavy, slowly returned to color. Now, my friend, here is the simple practice promised at the beginning. Tonight, before sleep, sit quietly for just 1 minute. Place your hand over your heart. Think of one moment from your day that still feels heavy, a tension, a disappointment, a sharp word. Imagine it as a stone resting in your palm. Then gently say to yourself, "This stone is not mine to carry." Take a slow breath and imagine placing that stone on the ground. Leave it there. Let it belong to yesterday, not to you. Practice this each night, softly, consistently, without pressure. Because peace is not built through force, it is built through gentle release. Remember this: you cannot always choose what happens, but you can always choose what you carry. Your reaction is the quiet power shaping your path. One calm choice can protect an entire day. One released burden can lighten your heart. Peace does not arrive from the outside. Peace begins the moment you decide not to pick up the stone. Walk lightly, react wisely, and never forget your reaction is your power.